So, the trailer for the Mad Max prequel film just dropped, and we've rushed to bring you a breakdown of the most important details that you may have missed. From the real meaning of the film's title and its timeline to the character details of Anya Taylor-Joy and Chris Hemsworth, there are many interesting details in between. So without further ado, let's get started. The film's title. The title reads Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga, so we know that there's going to be a hell of a lot of Furiosa in it and her origin story, of course, but the film will also expand on the amazingly immersive universe of the Mad Max films. I mean, the reason why the 2015 reboot worked so well was the awesome world building. You know, the terrain, the landscapes, the whole geopolitical setup and all that. It was like Mel Gibson's original or Denzel Washington's The Book of Eli, but in some serious, extremely serious steroids. You can expect the same from Furiosa, where it goes into the details of Furiosa's home. In fact, there is this one scene where a lot of women in the green place, which Furiosa explains in the 2015 movie, was her home. So yeah, the movie will also delve into how once lush and resource-rich green place became dystopian and uninhabitable. Anya Taylor-Joy, but with hair. Anya Taylor-Joy is by far one of the most skilled young actresses in contemporary times. She has starred in dramas like The Queen's Gambit, psychological thrillers like Split, and horror films like The Witch and the Menu. With an amazing filmography, the actress's first look in the trailer is just breathtaking. She's leaner and slenderer than the Furiosa played by Miss Theron, and that makes sense because she's still young and is trying to figure out a way back home to the green place with many mothers. But what really caught my eye was her hair. She is taken as a young child of about 6 or 7, and the majority of the movie takes place in her late adolescence, but she still has her hair. I'm sure it must have been a turning point of an event when she chose to let go of her hair. In the last scene of the trailer, however, she is without her hair and Hemsworth is on his knees and asking her if she has it in her to make it epic. So, of course, she has undergone this sad life-changing event. Would she kill him?
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines!
Chris Hemsworth's uber-cool warlord Dementus. Finally, this guy is playing the kind of role he is meant to play. He's an Aussie playing an Aussie warlord named Warlord Dementus, who is as demented as the name suggests. He's a brutal, insane, and violent man who's extremely complicated, being a child of the wasteland and a product of the extremely harsh and unforgiving environment. Dementus knows that the only way to live better is to live powerful, so he will be duking it out with Immortan Joe, another tyrant and the lead villain from the first movie. Now, it's no surprise that Immortan Joe will succeed in the battle between the two tyrants, but the million-dollar question is how? Of course, there will be some really amazing and long chase sequences, which is like the USP of Mad Max movies. But there's a very manipulative charisma to him, which may just turn him into an anti-hero by the end of the movie. Another interesting detail rests in his name. Now, Immortan Joe's son is called Rictus Erectus, which is vocally quite similar to Dementus. Could it mean that Dementus and Immortan Joe are somehow related? I don't know, maybe long-lost brothers or something. Now, this may be a bit out there. I know, I mean, these guys live in a world where you kill or be killed. So it would not be surprising for them to have weird names that reflect their nature and character. The little girl and her teddy. In the trailer, we see a young girl being taken away by Dementus in a cage of sorts. It seems that she is the prize for the race between Immortan Joe and Warlord Dementus. I said earlier that Furiosa was taken as a child. While that's what the trailer establishes, even this girl was very young, which might have been the reason behind Furiosa's protective nature towards her. When we first see her, she has a teddy in her hand. Later, Furiosa is seen escaping with the child. That's the last of what we see of this young character, but what about her teddy? Well, we do see the teddy for a split second at 1 minute and 43 seconds. You can see the teddy adorning Chris Hemsworth's chest. Did the child die, or did Hemsworth come to reclaim his prize after winning the race with Immortan Joe? And is this where Furiosa finally kills him, which leaves Immortan Joe as the only tyrant warlord in town? Guess there's only one way to find out, but what do you guys think about it? So that was all in this video. We will return with more bits of information about Furiosa and every other upcoming film that may turn into a potential blockbuster, and even the ones that may miss the limelight. The timeline. The movie is set 45 years after the collapse of the world, or its dystopia. Interestingly, the first Mel Gibson movie was released in 1979 and 2024. It will also mark 45 years since then. Just a fun fact, I suppose.
If you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.